The following BLTV program is brought to you by O'Flaherty Law. Please enjoy.
Welcome to Learn About Law. My name is Kevin O'Flaherty from O'Flaherty Law, and today we're going to explain how property is divided in an Illinois divorce. So first, let's talk about which property is included in the property division. Property is divided into two classes, marital property and non-marital property. Non-marital property is the property that the court says, hey, this is one of the spouse's personal property. We're not dividing this part of the divorce. They just get to keep it. Marital property is property that goes into a big pool that's going to be divided in the divorce between the two spouses. So let's talk about what is considered non-marital property, because most things are marital property unless one of these factors applies that makes it non-marital property. So any property acquired prior to the marriage and kept separate throughout the marriage is non-marital property. Same deal with any property that's acquired after a legal separation. Any property that's acquired by gift or inheritance or proceeds from things sold that were acquired by gift or inheritance, as long as those proceeds or that property is kept separate from marital property and not commingled with it. Any property excluded by a valid written agreement, like a prenuptial agreement, postnuptial agreement, and any property that is basically acquired as a result of an increase in value or interest or income from any of the property we just talked about. So any increase in value of this property, as long as it's kept separate and not commingled with marital property, is considered non-marital property. So we basically remove all of those types of property from the marital estate, and you're left with a lump of marital property that the court has to divide. So how do they do this? There are two types of states when it comes to dividing property in divorce, and I'm talking about states in the union. There's community property states and equitable property states. Community property states just divide everything 50-50. Equitable property states take a look at a list of factors and try to find a fair way to divide the property based on weighing these various factors. Illinois is an equitable property state, so they weigh a number of factors in determining how property is going to be divided. These include the contribution of each spouse to acquiring the property, including their contribution as a homemaker, the value of the property, the duration of the marriage, the economic circumstances for each spouse, any custodial provisions that are involved. So how is parenting time and responsibility allocated in the marriage? Probably the more parenting time and responsibility you have, the greater share of the marital property you're going to get. The age, health, and occupation and needs of each spouse. Obligations arising from prior marriages, so child support obligations from prior marriage, any spousal maintenance that the person has to pay from a prior marriage will affect how property is divided in this divorce. Any prenuptial agreement that's involved. Prenuptial agreement can decide ahead of time how property is going to be divided. Whether spousal maintenance is being granted instead of or in addition to certain property being divided. So if the more someone receives in spousal maintenance, chances are the less they'll receive in assets, in the division of assets. The opportunity of each spouse for future income is considered. The tax consequences of property division, and this usually comes into play when you're dividing IRAs, 401ks, and other retirement accounts. And we have an article and video about that, so check that out at learn-about-law.com. And any dissipation that occurred. Dissipation is when someone wrongfully spends property from the marital estate on their own, on themselves, and it's got to be in a wrongful way. And again, we've got a video and article on what constitutes dissipation. So courts will look at these factors on a case-by-case basis to determine how the marital estate is going to be divided. Unlike spousal maintenance and child support, there's less in the way of guidelines that the court can choose to follow or deviate from. It's basically just kind of this is more of a free-for-all than other marital issues. But it is taken on a case-by-case basis. One important thing to note is that marital misconduct other than dissipation can't be considered when dividing these assets. So it doesn't matter if somebody cheated on the other person. That's not going to affect how assets are divided in a divorce. So that's basically what you need to know about asset division. Debts are divided in a similar way. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to us on YouTube, iTunes, and SoundCloud. Feel free to give us a call for a free consultation at 630-324-6666. And check out more articles, videos, and podcasts at learn-about-law.com. Thanks so much for listening.
Thanks for watching our video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Click the subscribe button for new videos every week and download and review us on iTunes. Visit learn-about-law.com for other legal-related articles and videos. Visit our business podcast and video blog, seizeyourbusiness.com, and visit makingrealestatefun.com for real estate videos and podcasts. Call us at 630-324-6666 for a free consultation. Thanks for watching.